Let me start with a statement from a very, very famous person and also very modest, which is me. The statement is the following: the only problem with communication is that there is no problem. Very smart statement. Well, actually, there is an equation, very easy equation, is that good communication equals no problem. That's easy math, and actually, we'll probably do more trickier maths later. To prove my point, I will start by giving you an example that most of you will probably see as a pretty difficult problem. Let's go to the second point. The second point is I will give you some input and tell you more about how presentation can turn something that looks like a problem and turn it into something pretty easy, like a joke. That's the third point now. You will see that the first situation that I told you, the first example that I showed you, is very easy if you put into application the second point. Let's start. Let's start with this image that you see. This image represents a house, an apartment, and a person doing flooring. So there are different flooring parts that you can see here. There are 2 by 1. And we try to put them so that it fits the whole square. Whoa, that looks pretty difficult, doesn't it? So there are many different combinations. I started one, like putting 3 horizontal ones, 1 vertical for the first line, and so on and so on. Doesn't seem very easy, but I'm sure. Yeah, the question is the following, actually. How many combinations of these parts of flooring can we put so that it fills the whole space? Any idea?
Several.
Several?
6,726.
Very good. I hear 3 at the back. Okay, none of what you said. There's just no.
One.
Yeah. 1? No, there is none. No possible combination. No possible combination. It's very difficult if you do it with math, but if you do it with just little changes in the presentation, you will see that everything looks very easy. This looks like a very big problem, actually, but you will see that problems are not problems any longer with good presentation. If the content is good, people think that it should be enough, that people don't need a pretty good presentation. Why is it not the case? Because the way people think is not always logical, is not always rational. People think with their emotions, or especially customers, as most of you surely know, entrepreneurs, people know that customers are sometimes unexpected purchase and things like this. Some people also say that telling good lies is sometimes better than telling inaccurate truths. It makes some sense because when you tell good lies, there is a chance that the one you tell it to will trust you on this point. That's not good for him, that's good for you. The person will keep this trust until she discovers or he discovers the truth. But with inaccurate truths, nobody will trust you. Nobody will trust you, and it may last on the long run. Let's come back to our subject. Let's come back to our subject with this example that I showed you. It looks pretty difficult, but why not change the presentation? Maybe it looks a little bit like this table. Why not? I take away this corner, the one on the right-hand corner. It looks pretty much the same, doesn't it? Yes. If we change it a little bit more and change it into a chessboard, doesn't it look the same? Here you can see 64 squares, 8 by 8, minus 2, that makes it 62, I'm sorry. And you can fill it with these little dominoes. And every one of these dominoes lies on one white and one black square. So a total of 31 white and 31 black squares, right? To fill it in. But actually, if you count, what you see is that there are 32 white squares and 30 black squares on the board. It doesn't fit. It doesn't work. It doesn't work. There is no possible way of filling this space, the 32 white and the 30 black, with just 31 white and 31 black squares. This didn't look very easy. This didn't look very easy. What about this one? Yes, there's absolutely no problem. There's no problem because of what? I didn't tell you equations. I didn't tell you things that people cannot understand. I just changed the way I presented the subject. I just did small changes in the presentations and things go very smoothly, I guess. Who here didn't understand my point? I can tell it. Yeah, I can do it again. I can do it again.
No, don't do it again. I have
Okay.
questions.
Okay.
After.
Spaces in between actions, but this has no spaces.
Well,
You'll talk later.
yeah, the spaces are just, yeah, not important. We'll talk it during the break. Yeah, to put it in a nutshell, if you look at what I've done, it's turning an evil mathematic problem into a joke, but using just presentation changes. So with strong content and strong communication skills or strong presentation, you can do anything. And when you master this, you are the king of the world. But being the king of the world is overrated. What you can get is be a real Toastmaster. Thank you very much.
Very good.